Hi everyone, this is Nataraj. I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about that creating the cloud function in first gen on GCP with the Terraform. In this video, we are going to cover with that setting the cloud function in Google Cloud. It will trigger that whenever the file is uploaded to the specific cloud storage bucket. The Google Cloud Function introduction. The Google Cloud Function is a serverless compute platform that allows you to run your code in the response to the event without having to provisioning or managing the servers. Because the Cloud Function is a fully managed service, it is a great way to efficiently automate the task. Cloud Function is falls into that function as that service is a fast categories of the computing. The fast is all about that coding. So next one is the runtimes. So you can choose that wide range of the language: Go, Java, Node.js, Python, and PHPs. Next one is the types of Google Cloud Functions. The Google Cloud Function is that triggering directly by that HTTP request or that event. Next one is that what are there some good usage of the Google Cloud Functions. There are two types: is asynchronous microservice integrations, operational streaming analysis. So asynchronous microservice integrations, we can connect with the third-party APIs or pull the data from mobile app backends, or you can enhancement that workflow automations. Next one is that operational streaming analysis. We can gather that information from IoT device, or we can performing that in image analytics parts. We are at that Visual Studio Code. The entire source code is available in my repository. You can clone from any time. We can see that folder structure one by one. The first one is that src folder. The src folder containing that Python code of that cloud function. The remaining files are that Terraform configuration file. I can going to click that main.py file. This is a Python function. The file upload function is the entry point of the cloud function. It takes the two parameter event and a context. The event parameter is containing that information about that file upload event, such as that bucket name and file name and the file size. Next one is that provide.tf file. Provide.tf file to declare that connection to that Google provided in the Terraform. You can see here Terraform underscore credentials.json file. It will be containing that necessity permissions. I can able to create the CloudFront privilege, and the project region and the zones according to my project I defining that all the value. Then I'm moving to the variable.tf file. The variable.tf file to declaring their variables used to in the Terraform files. Name, project ID, region is corresponding to my GCP project. Moving to that storage bucket.tf file. The first resource is that Google storage bucket. In this resource mainly used to that store the code of the cloud functions. We can see the parameter one by one. The naming I can connecting with variable as well as my CF strings. Next one is the location and the project I defined from the variable. Next one is that force underscore destroyed equal to true, which means that allowing to delete the bucket in case of any file is present in the bucket. If you are make it false, if any file is present in the bucket, it won't allow to delete at all. So moving to that next resource, Google storage bucket. This bucket mainly used to that cloud function will be triggering by the file uploads. So whenever you are uploading that any files into that specific bucket, the cloud function is automatically triggered. So moving to that cloud function tf file. The first resource is that Google project service. Here we are enabling the cloud function REST API. You can see a thing, the cloud function google api.com. The next resource is that Google project service. Here we are enabling that cloud build REST APIs. Next resource is that time underscore sleep. It is used to wait for the resource to be ready. In our case, the cloud function APIs and cloud build, it takes some time to enabling the REST API. That was the reason I used that time underscore sleep between that time interval. Next resource is that archive underscore file. In this resource will be generating that archive form of the source code and compressing with that zip format. You can see here the source directory I am given my path where you have to pick, and the output path it will be there where I am storing that cloud functions. I mentioned the dependence, it will be time interval I defined here. Next resource is the Google storage bucket object. In this resource we are uploading our source code, the Python zip file, into the bucket. We can see the parameter one by one. The first one is the source. The source is that representing of the path of the data which you want to be upload. Next one is the content types. So content type is the object data. So in our case is application slash zip. Next one is the naming of the object. Next is that the bucket is the name of the bucket name we defined. Next one is the depend on is a meta argument. It's instructed that Terraform to complete all the actions on the depending object before performing the action on that object, which means so these are the resource going to create before on performing this one. Next resource is that Google underscore cloud function underscore functions. We can see the parameter one by one. First one is the name is that function name must be that unique in global. Next one is the descriptions of the functions which we defined here. Next one is the runtime, which function is going to be run, and in our case is the Python 39. Next one is the project and region is depends upon my project need. Next one is that source underscore archive underscore bucket. This is a GCP bucket containing that zip archive which we containing that function of that code. Next one is that source archive object. This source archive object is a file name. Next one is that entry point is the name of the function that will be executed when the GCP bucket is triggered. Next one is that event underscore trigger, the source of the fire event in the response of the other service. So it be pointed within our case in the bucket. Next one is the resource which observe that event from that bucket. Next one is the depend on is that, as I said earlier, to complete that all the action in dependent objects before performing the action on the objects. So we will be moving to the terminal. So we will be deploy the cloud functions. I'm going to click the three dot. So open with a new terminal. So here I'm executing the Terraform init command to downloading that all the required providers and as well as the plugins. So plugin is downloaded. Next I'm going to executing the Terraform plan command to execution that plans. It's everything is look good, so then we can move ahead. Yes, it be succeeded. So you can see here is going to add that 7 resource, 0 changes, 0 destroys. I'm going to executing the Terraform apply command to create that cloud functions. So it asking the user input. I'm going to provide it with yes. Now the resource is going to create. Now the Terraform option successfully completed. To test everything is working correctly, we have to switch to that Google console in that Chrome browser. So we'll be following that steps to validate. We are at the GCP console. Now I'm navigating to my bucket. Yeah, you can see here there's both bucket is created, one for that input of the file upload, another for my source code for my cloud functions. I'm going to click that input my testing bucket. So also make it the duplicate of the test tab. Now I'm going to navigate with the cloud function. You can see that cloud function is environment is Zen1. Also that runtime is that Python 3.9. So I'm going to click the cloud function inside. So now I'm back to my bucket. So now I'm going to upload that some sample file. Here I'm click that upload files. In my desktop I'm going to upload with my boat image. Now that image is started uploading. Yes, you can see things, the file is successfully uploaded. So I'm going back to my cloud functions. Now I'm navigating to that my logs tab. Yeah, you can scroll down below. It takes to reflect some time. Yes, yeah, you can see here this is my boat image, also that bucket name where I am uploaded. This is the size of my image. Yeah, this is a way we can able to ensure the cloud function is testing is everything is working correctly. That's it in this video. I hope it will be useful to everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.